Good morning and Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to the online classes. This is SST class and children we were doing lesson 8 water resources of India. So yesterday's children what we have learned? We have learned about water, its uses, isn't it? How water is useful to us in various ways and what are the sources of water. This is what we have learned yesterday. We have learned how water is important for our life, how it is important for our existence. Yes, without water, life is not possible on Earth, and Earth is the only planet where life is possible because of water. You have also learned why our Earth is known as blue planet because of presence of abundance of water on the Earth surface. So children, we have learned all these things yesterday. Because of presence of 71% of water on Earth, our Earth is known as blue planet. Because when we see from the space, it will give a vivid blue color. We will see a vivid blue color planet. So it is known as, Earth is known as blue planet. Okay, it is also known as blue planet or a watery planet. So there is a lot of water on Earth. But children, in that lot of water, 70 out of 71% children, only 97% is ocean water. 2% are locked in glaciers. And only 1% water is that we are getting for our use. So children, 97% water is saline water or salty water. 2% is locked in the glaciers. It is in the snow form. Only 1% we are getting for our use. So you imagine how precious this water is for us. And what we have learned yesterday, children, the various sources of water. How we are getting water? We are getting water, the main source was rain. Yes, rain was the main source of water. And there are two types of water. Water has been categorized in two different types. One is salty water that we get from ocean, seas, and one is fresh water. Fresh water we get from rivers, ponds, lake, streams, isn't it? Yes, so this all things we have revised yesterday. So children, let's have a look at the things that we have done yesterday. So children, yesterday we have started our lesson 8, Water Resources of India. In this lesson, children, we have learnt about why our Earth is known as blue planet. Because of presence of 71% of water on the Earth's surface, it is known as blue planet. Then this is the description given that over 70% of Earth's surface is comprised of water, producing a vivid blue color when viewed from the space. Now children, yesterday we have seen the different uses of water. Water is used from watering plant, for washing hands, for swimming, for washing clothes, for drinking water, for cleaning dishes, for bathing. So it is used for many purposes. Okay? Water is used for washing, drinking, generating electricity, etc. Below are the different uses of water. It is used for domestic purposes. Domestic purposes, children, is the use that we do in our houses. Use of water in our household activities. Okay? And water is also used for agriculture and for industrial use also. So these were the uses of water, children. See, drinking, cooking, bathing, cleaning, irrigating the fields, industrial purposes, generating electricity. So these were the uses of water that we have learnt yesterday. Yes, it is used in factories. It is used for irrigating the fields. Okay. Now children, we have learnt after that sources of water. How the earth gets water. So the main source of water is rain. Yes, rain is the main source of water on earth. Then there are two types of water, children, we have studied yesterday. Fresh water is divided in two parts. One is groundwater and the other one is surface water. Groundwater was a water which we cannot see with through our eyes. It is stored under the ground. So it is known as groundwater. And surface water is the water that we can see through our eyes, like in lake, river, streams, isn't it? So we can see the water on the surface. While in groundwater, we cannot see the water through our eyes. It is under the ground. And for taking that water out on the surface, children, what are the things being used? Wells, tube wells, isn't it? See, sources of surface water. Now we have learnt about sources of surface water, river, pond and lake, stream. Children, you have also studied that rivers are of two types in India. One is the perennial river which gets water throughout the year from the melting up of snow, and it has having water throughout the year. While the other type of river was rain-fed river. Rain-fed rivers are the rivers which get water only during the monsoon season. There is supply of water only during the monsoon season. Only monsoon season is the time period when these types of rivers are having water in it. Okay. So we have studied about sources of surface water yesterday. Lake, stream, rivers, ponds, these all are sources of surface water. And what else, children, we have studied yesterday? We have studied about the sources of groundwater also. What were the sources of groundwater? Well, tube well, isn't it? Hand pump. Persian wheels. Children, do you know what is Persian wheel? In the rim of a wheel turned by the stream, a number of strong pins are fixed to which buckets are suspended. As the wheel turns, the bucket on one side go down. So children, what happens? You can see many buckets are there which are attached to the wheels, isn't it? If buckets are attached on these wheels, and when it goes round, the buckets get filled and the water is collected in this tank, and through the pipe it is collected somewhere. Okay, so this is the Persian wheel. It is also used for irrigation in some parts of our country. Now children, today's topic is irrigation. Today we are going to learn about irrigation. Okay, today we are going to learn about the various methods of irrigation used in our country. Let's see. Methods of irrigation. Children, before starting telling you about the methods of irrigation, I want to ask you a question, children. Do you know what is the meaning of irrigation and why we use this term irrigation? Irrigation means supplying water to the crops. See, farmers sow crops now. How did we get food? We get food from the crops, and crops are grown by the farmers. Yes. So without water, growing plants, growing crops, is it possible? No, it's not possible in any case. Yes. So for growing crops, like for growing a plant, we need water. So same is the case for growing crops. For growing crops also, farmers need a lot of water. A proper water supply has to be done for the growth of the crops. So for growing crops, farmer also need water. It's very important source, isn't it? So the farmers have to depend on rainfall in previous time. There were very limited sources of irrigation. Irrigation meaning you all have understood. Providing water to the fields is known as irrigation. Providing water to grow the crops in the field is known as irrigation. Supplying of water to the fields is irrigation. Now we come to the methods of irrigation. Children, it is very difficult for our farmers to get water throughout the years. Throughout the year, rain is not there. Rain was the main source of water for our farmers. So it's not possible to get rain throughout the year. So they have to develop the various methods of irrigation. So children, earlier they were using wells, tube wells. They draw water from it and then they used to do irrigation. But now many more methods of irrigation are started in India by our farmers. Okay, so today we are going to learn about the various methods of irrigation. First method, that was the ancient method also, wells and tube wells. Wells and tube wells. Okay, this is the one method of irrigation. Wells and tube wells. Children, let's see the slide so that you will get a clear picture of wells and tube wells. Wells and tube wells. See children, wells and tube wells is a source of irrigation in India. Merit and demerit. A well is a hole dug in the ground to obtain the subsoil water. This method of irrigation has been developed, used in India from the time immemorial, means from very ancient time. This method of irrigation from wells and tube wells have been used in India. Various methods are used to lift the groundwater from the well for irrigation, drinking, bathing and for other purposes also. So children, these methods, wells, tube wells, these methods are being used in India for irrigation purpose from so many years. Okay, and not only for irrigation, it not only serves the purpose of irrigation, children, families of farmers also depend on the water drawn from these wells and tube wells. They get water for drinking, for bathing and for other purposes as well. So children, this is the picture of well and tube wells. Okay, so farmers depend on these wells and tube wells for getting water for irrigation. Also, we have seen the picture of Persian wheel, children. We have seen the picture of Persian wheel, right? We have seen the picture of this Persian wheel. Even this Persian wheel is also used for irrigating the fields. These buckets, they take out the water from the well and then this water is supplied to the field. Then children comes the canals. Okay, what are canals? Canals are the channels, or we can say it's a channel dug to take water from the rivers to the far off fields where there is scarcity of water. So what are canals? What are canals? So the second source is canals, children. What are canals? See, second source of irrigation is canals. What are canals? Canals are the channels that are dug to bring the water of river to the fields where there is no river or scarcity of water. Okay, so canals, in the picture I have shown you, it is like this. Okay, it is like this. The farmers make a row, or you can say a channel from the river. From the river, they draw this canal to where? To the fields. Okay, to the fields, they draw this to the fields. Okay, so what is canal, children? See all of you. What are canals? Canals are channel which are dug from the river to the fields. The water is supplied to the fields. Okay, so canals are the channels which are dug from the river to the fields. Okay, water is supplied from the river to the fields where there is scarcity or where there is very less water available for the irrigation. So children, I hope you all have understood the meaning of canals. Okay, so now let's proceed. So this is canal. You can see now, children, a channel is drawn. It's like a channel is drawn. From where this water is coming? This water is coming through the river. And where this water is going? This water is going to the fields of those farmers where there is scarcity of water or where there is very less water available. Now children, come to the next slide. This we have already done. Now see children, tanks. Okay, tanks. In tanks, this is the picture of tanks. Tanks is another medium or another source of irrigation. See, tank. Tank irrigation is practiced by constructing mud banks across small streams to make a small reservoir which collect excess water during the rainy season. Okay, so children, the next source of irrigation is tanks. After canals comes the tanks. Tanks are also used as a source of irrigation. What are tanks? Now I give you a very small example. You all are having a tanks in your home, right? In which the water gets filled and the whole day you all get the supply of water from that tank. Everyone is having tank at home, almost everyone. So we get the water supplied through the tanks. So children, those parts where there is less water, people used to buy big tanks and those tanks are filled with water and then the irrigation procedure is taken out from those tanks. Okay, in picture you can see the big tanks which are being used for irrigating purposes. Okay, now see the picture of the sprinkler. Okay, the picture of sprinkler. Now what is a sprinkler? An irrigation sprinkler is a device used to irrigate agricultural crops, lawns, landscapes, golf courses and other areas also. So sprinklers are used not only for irrigating the fields but also in lawns, in landscapes, golf courses and other areas as well. Children, do you know what is the main importance of these sprinklers? They reduce the loss of water. Okay, very less water is wasted in this type of irrigation. It is another method of irrigation. The water is sprayed into the air from the pipes. You can see in the picture now, the water is being sprayed in the air through the pipes. So at some distance, these types of sprinklers are fit on the ground and when the water supplies is on this type water, it's like raining right? You can see in the picture. So this type water comes and water the crops or plants around it. So this is also a type of irrigation being used in these days. So now children, we have learnt about the various methods of irrigation. Now we will learn about dams. Okay. Now what are dams, children? What are dams? What are dams? Do you have any idea? Can you see in the picture what are dams? Dams are the strong wall. Okay. Dams are also used for irrigating the fields. Now what is dam? Dams are the strong wall which are made of concrete to control the heavy flow of water. Okay. So what are dams? Dams are the strong wall that are built to control the flow of water. Now turbines. Children, these turbines are also used for the purpose of irrigation. Okay, they help in producing electricity as well. See children, what is the meaning of dam? A dam is a barrier that stops or restrict the flow of water or underground streams. Reservoirs created by dams not only suppress floods but also provide water for activities such as irrigation, human consumption, industrial use, aquaculture, and navigability. So children, you can see dams. This is the strong wall. Okay. This is the strong wall which protects the water, which controls the water from being drawn away. So this collected water is known as reservoir, and this collected water is used for various purposes, for irrigation, for human consumption, for industrial use, aquaculture. Okay, aquaculture is see many people they used to domesticate fish. Yes, so fishing or fisheries or pisciculture is one of the aquaculture. Means domesticating aquatic animals like fish, tortoise. This is called aquaculture. Okay. So dams are very useful in all these things. Children, do you know dams are also known as multi-purpose projects? Why they are known as multi-purpose project? Because they serve the various purposes. That is why they are known as multi-purpose projects. So today we have learnt about the methods of irrigation. We have learnt how irrigation is being undertaken from wells, from tube wells, from canals, from tanks, from dams, and from sprinklers. Okay, so these are the methods of irrigation which are undertaken by farmers in these days. Okay, in modern days, these are the methods of irrigation which are undertaken by the farmers for agriculture. So children, today we have learned about the methods of irrigation. Go through the lesson, children. All of you read the lesson irrigation and the various methods through which the irrigation is being carried out. So you will read this portion, okay? And I am sending a PDF file. So you all go through the PDF file and complete your classwork. Children, I hope you all have understood the methods of irrigation. Okay, so we will meet again in our SST class. Till then, goodbye and take care, children.